learned that Mark McMillan, I think, has a product like in every realm now. But he really got me. He got me super fascinated with the spices in a beer, which then took me down the path of spicy beer, which I'm really big on. And there's about 4 of them that I like, but you can't get all of them very easily. So maybe Mark's will fit the bill when it's out.
Well, we know somebody.
We do know somebody?
Mark.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought there was someone else.
No.
I got confused there.
So we got a source.
I got very confused.
Stick your hand in there, Dave.
You like German food?
I mean, Jakob's not on the phone anymore, right? No, I don't.
Have you had it? Really?
Like
when you went to Green Bay in Milwaukee, you didn't think you should try it? It's a good place.
I've had it.
You just don't like it?
That's not, I mean, like, it's sausage. It's fine.
Yeah, I love it. Clearly he's really German, because as soon as I tried to mention a second place in town, because he mentioned Hofbrau, he was like, Cafe Berlin. Yeah, I'm like, okay, you know. Well, I don't know, like, because it's funny. Again, he was reading my mind. One of the places I was thinking of, because when you're international, you come here, can you find the food you like, or you just move on, right? On the flip side, I watch and it doesn't mean I'm some sort of expert, but I watch a lot of TV food shows, and I swear to God, no one does. Very few people do profiles on England.
The food's terrible.
I mean, I've seen a couple where it was like, it's very international. Indian food is gigantic there.
Sure.
But yeah, a lot of it has a rep that the food is terrible. So I guess if you're British and you're Illuminor, like, you come here, is it freaking awesome? Because you're like, well, the food back home mostly sucks anyway.
It's very, well, and I'm also very intrigued, and as he said it, which I'll forgive him because he didn't know ranch until like 2 years ago.
Right.
I'm always intrigued by foods that are huge here.
Yeah.
That other people come here and they're like, whoa. So I know a girl from Brazil who every time she comes here, she loads her suitcase up with peanut butter. She discovered it when she was here the first time, and she said, "This is the greatest thing I've ever had. I'm taking all this home with me." It's very weird to just think of things that we just take for granted that it's everywhere. And is
it really weird, or is it just we're like very insular, where like everyone's not going to have the same condiments?
Of course not, but that's what I'm saying. Like you learn that as you get older, but as a younger person, you're not thinking, well, they don't have this in other places. It makes sense, but you don't think about it.
Okay,
they don't have ranch at all in Germany. That's crazy. But I'm almost now want to move to Germany. I want to be in a ranch-free place.
Well,
that sounds appealing.
If they make this a yearly thing, the Raiders could play there down the road.
I can live like 3 days without having to hear about ranch or see ranch. That'd be great.
Didn't one of your good friends live in Austria for a while?
Yeah.
How often did you go to Germany?
Well, they speak German there, and he learned it.
Didn't he? I don't know about rave, but didn't he just talk about the transit system is ridiculously good, so you can get everywhere?
Yeah, he was there quite a bit. He flew out of, I think when he'd fly out of the airport in Germany, he'd take the train there and fly out.
Yeah, it's so funny how little. Like, first of all, I feel like a lot of Americans aren't very inquisitive about other places. We just have the standard, like, we're the best.
Of course.
This is another offshoot. I was speaking to a friend who lives in Venice, California, and I had been in Newport, California.
I thought you were going to say Italy, since we were speaking international.
No, Venice, California. And I had been in Newport, and I was just doing a search, because when you talk about Southern California, you're like, yeah, I was just at the beach right near. Like, they're not near each other.
No.
They're 40 miles away. But in my search, it gave public transit on how to get 48 miles, or it was 40 miles, down the California coast. And it was like, the cost will be somewhere between $65 and $100. I'm like,
oh, pass.
What is going on here?
Yeah. That's silly. I'd even wonder how to do it. You take a bus to like Anaheim, and then maybe a bus.
It was a shuttle, and then some kind of train, and
it's crazy.
I was like, that doesn't seem cost effective. Although then, when you drive around Southern California, you're like, I'll pay anything not to drive.
Very true.
Excellent show today. Thanks to Ari for setting up Jakob Johnson and Rod Gilmore and all the other guests. We'll have all these interviews podcasted. If you follow ESPN Las Vegas, you can see that. We are putting out a lot more of the audio. We want to do that so you guys can hear stuff, because we know everyone's not listening every minute of the show. So we're back next week, Cofield and Company, and actually listen in the morning. I'll be on the press box with Willie.
The next evolution of the electric vehicle ID4 has arrived at Finley Volkswagen Henderson. Modern,